Good morning. Happy St. Patty's Day to you. I'm all decked out in green, as you should be. It is the day of St. Patty's, but it's also my niece's birthday, so I've already sent her a birthday message. She's my little lucky Clover, but she's my little peanut. But yeah, so we are going to do a quick get ready with me because, you know, I'm always running behind. Gonna turn some music on. And we're going to get going. But first, coffee. So, I did a post, what's in my coffee cup. Talked about it yesterday, talked about it today. This helps with mood, clarity, all the good things. It has 10-to-1 functional mushrooms. Amazing, and it's cocoa driven. Got turmeric in it. Smells so freaking good. Doesn't smell like mushrooms, smells like chocolate because it is your mood boosting coffee alternative mocha latte. Shh, don't tell anybody I put it in my coffee. Alright, let's get ready. I got to get moving. Look, I even have great earrings on. So we're going to clean the face with some micellar water. Okay, so I did my skincare last night. I cleaned my face, all the things. And again, like I said before, it still winds up bringing some yuck out at night. So always clean your face in the mornings. Get my glasses off my head. Still getting over my cold. Lord willing, it will be gone shortly. But I do know that the flu, pneumonia, all the things are going around. So be mindful. Alright, let's get some skincare on this face and then take some supplements and some vitamins. You know, there's Milky Toner. Now, do you have to have a toner? No, but if you want that skincare and you want that makeup, your makeup to really lay nicely, then yes, you do. At least that's what I have been learning. Because again, not a makeup artist, beauty care enthusiast. Maybe in another life I would have been a makeup artist. But for now, I'll stick to therapy. I do love what I do. So, I'm not going to complain. Trying to keep my little containers neatly organized. Doesn't always happen. Alright, going in with my L'Oreal collagen as I drop it. Thankfully I did not get it on me. I've been very upset. Nor did it break. So that's good. So we are waiting. I have to work today, but I also have to wait for the AT&T people because we had a really bad storm come through yesterday and it knocked out, well, it didn't knock out the internet obviously, but it took a tree branch down, and what it did, it took the fiber optic wire, so it's kind of laying on my pump house. So AT&T is supposed to come by this afternoon to look into that. So it isn't one thing, it's another. But I am not gonna let that deter me. I'm still gonna do me and get myself together. So eye cream, I like this cream because it's derivative of olives and the olive leaf. And it is corrective eye cream, so it's got hydrothyrazole in it, which is a good antioxidant. It also helps with the discoloration. Look, I have bags, which I try to hide. Alright, going in with my e.l.f. Hydrogel Holy Hydration Moisturizer, because you got to have moisture, especially right now. So it's actually as crazy as it sounds, and I know everybody in the country is getting really insane weather, but Florida is cold again. And Florida was like in the 90s, 80s and 90s yesterday. And now we're back in like the 40s. I don't understand. What can I say? Alright, so we're going to let it sit for a few minutes so I take my supplements and my vitamins. Ooh, gotta get to my vitamins. Okay, got all the vitamins. Gonna pull up the things I need for my supplements that I have because I don't have a lot of them right now. I've got to order, and honestly, just haven't had the time or the finances because the economy's crazy. Speaking of economy, if you guys haven't checked it out yet, I'd really appreciate if you could go find my page, Tabby's Thrifty Threads. I've posted a lot of gently used women's clothing over there right now. I hope to add men's clothing, children's clothing, shoes, maybe some household goods as I go along. So, obviously the economy is really hard on everyone right now. So I figured I donated like 5 boxes of clothing to the local clothing shelter. Well, to the clothes closet here in my area. And then I also have some that I'm selling. So please don't come at me about, why aren't you giving them all away? Because the economy's crap and I could use the extra cash. And that's why I'm selling them. I'm not going to get rich, but I'm selling them at a pretty reasonable price for thrifting, I think. So, if that's up your alley, check it out. If not, you could go check it out and share it. Maybe somebody else you know could use it. Just a thought. Okay. Vitamins down. Time for my Beast Mode gummies. These are from Ariel. These help with my eyeballs, ocular health, a little bit of energy, blue light protection. Links up there above. I was about to say above the porcupine, but above the penguin. These as well. You can tell I'm getting low. 24 karat glow. This beautiful fluid just doesn't come from skincare. So, alright. On to the OG. You know. My absolute favorite. obviously with today being what it is, I'm going to do some green on the eyeballs today. And I dare even say I'd do green blush if I had it, but I don't. So we're definitely going to do green on the eyeballs. Alright. Again, this week we're talking mind over matter and how that can help with cognitive functioning, brain fog, mental clarity. We're overstimulated. Be an overstimulated self-employee like me. You can be an overstimulated mom like me. An overstimulated wife. I mean, you can be overstimulated for so many things. It doesn't just have to be about those particular things. Bringing in my heater close because I'm cold. Yeah, if you find yourself overstimulated, having the ability to have something to kind of help bring some calm and clarity, kind of picture the clouds in your brain kind of rolling away and some sun popping back in. Mind over matter can help with that. I don't think I have a mind over matter. I don't think I have the screenshot of everything on it. I'll have to get that for tomorrow. Alright, let's see if this is ready. I'm gonna go with yes. Alright. Oh, she's a psycho, a little bit psycho. Gonna get that a little bit more moisture because you need lots of moisture here as you age. Alright, so good. Gonna go with my hide and seek concealer from Rain Beauty. That is part of Ariel's product line. Feel free to look in that little link that I have up there. I do this with a brush because it's just a little easier at first, and then I go back in with my blender. Oh, my nose. I also use it as a primer up on my eyes. Although I have eye primer, I don't know why I don't use it. Don't be wise. Sometimes I'm just not that with it. Again, beauty enthusiast, not a makeup artist. I aspire to be one. But I didn't really fall in love with makeup, really, until a few years ago. Call up your chiropractor just in case your neck breaks. So yeah, I fell in love again with makeup a couple of years ago. So, you know, I'm still relearning. So, if you're looking for everyday tips and tricks, I can try to help you with that. But outside of that, know that I'm just here to do this, to have fun, talk about amazing products, and go from there. Like, nothing too serious. So, if you're here with that kind of thing, then I'm your gal. If you're expecting perfection, then you better go find somebody else. Because I am not that. Like I said, I myself am still learning. I am falling in love with makeup, and that's pretty crazy at almost 48 years old. But I like it, you know? And I actually never thought I'd really like being on social media like this either, but you know, I'm learning. So, again, there's the concealer, cream concealer. It's in creme brulee. We're gonna move on. Gonna go in with my e.l.f. and my Maybelline. A little mix of both because I'm still in between skin tones, shall we say. And oh my gosh, I'm almost out of this one. Good thing is I always have backups for backups for backups. Because, you know, the girl doesn't like to play, and honestly, she has so much of this stuff. She's trying to use up what she can to get rid of what she can. Because I have made it my mission not to purchase more than I need. Meaning I plan to use up all of my makeup that I have before I go buying more. Because I don't want to waste. I mean, that's kind of why I'm all into recycling or up thrifting, even like the clothing and stuff, is because why go to waste? You know, and like I said, I have done a lot with like donating quite a bit of clothing, and that's great. Like I have no problem donating clothing. I have been in the social service field for a very long time, so I know how much families in need could use donated clothes, and I have no problem donating. But I also need to financially be able to care for myself and my family, and right now every revenue stream is important, right? Let's blend this in. You know, every revenue stream that you can get is super important. That's why I'm part of Ariel. That's why I do a couple of different things outside of just therapy for clients. Like I'm a coach. I have a couple of different platforms that I use. I even do the TT shop from time to time. I'm not great at that yet. But hey, it's a learning learning curve for everyone, right? So I just keep working on it. Make sure you get those inner corners of your nose. A lot of times I miss those in around the mouth. And I want to double check and make sure you get really good around that chin and close to the ears. And blend it all into your hair. Facts. So, yes, okay. What do we talk about? Well, I want to St. Patty's Day, so I hope the luck of the Irish is with you all. I really hope the luck of the Irish is with me, because my grandfather was Irish. Yeah, so that's where the Ayers last name comes from, which was my mom's maiden name. Okay. And I say was because my mom has left this world. She left this world back in August of 23. So, you know, I do everything I can to honor her, to be the person she wanted me to be. Alright. Look in my Photoshop. Come on and make it stop. Alright, I think I'm going to go in with Coralita, because Coralita is a corally, peachy, orangey color, kind of like we can get to the pot of gold in that way, and orange is part of the rainbow, or maybe I'll go with a little red and make it a pop. But maybe I'll do the mix the two and go with flush, because I really want the eyeballs to stand out more than I do anything else. Okay, so we're going to, this is Rain Beauty's Blush Hollywood Heat Wave. Gosh, I can't talk today. This is Flush, so they have 3 colors. They have Coralita, which is the orangey coral color. They have Flush, which is a pinky color, and then they have Hot Flash, which is the red of the colors, obviously. So, going in and just giving the skin some color. Look how pretty that is. I'm going to get rid of those harsh lines and just kind of make it pretty and poppy. Again, doesn't have to be crazy, and if you mess up, go back and fix it. It's just makeup. Not the end of the world. Kind of sick. Oh, I gotta hurry up. It is 8:30, and I have to be on a session at 9. So you girls gotta hurry up. Alright, so outside of celebrating St. Patrick's Day, because it is part of my family tradition, what else about me? I am an Aries, which means I have a birthday coming up in April. I am the only child to both my mom and my dad, but I also have a little brother from my mom and my stepdad, and I adore him. He is about 18 years younger than I am, and he is my full heart outside of my own child. Okay, we're blending in our bronzer contour stuff here. Just make sure I got it good and in there. And then we're just going to start where the sun kisses the face. And again, it doesn't have to be rocket science. It's just, oh, this hair. It's just makeup. So blend it out. Make it as wild and out as you want it to be. It doesn't have to be crazy. So I always go down the cheeks, because that's obviously, you live in Florida, your cheekies is going to get sunburned. So kind of over the blush a little. If you want a little bit, add a little bit more blush, go back and add a little bit more blush. Like, it's not going to hurt anything. So, just kind of, and if you feel like that's too much of the bronzer, just kind of tap with your sponge from what's left of your foundation. You can also take what's left of the bronzer and kind of give yourself a better chin if you don't have a chin. I'm finally getting mine back after my create a shadow there. So I've lost 100 and some odd pounds. I don't know what I want you to say on here, but I've been working on my health journey. Part of that is working with Ariel, being part of this amazing brand. Okay. And again, if you want to go back over the bronzer on your cheekies, just pop it back on there, okay? Spraying with my setting mist. Just to set the cream, since we don't have a lot of time, we're going to use our fan. So yeah, I have one brother. I'm married. I've been married for almost 20 years. July will be 20 years that my husband and I have been together. Well, been married. It'll be 26 years we've been together. Like I said, I'm an Aries. I live in Florida. I own my own private practice. I also have my hands in lots of different things that I really enjoy doing or want to be aspiring to do. Alright, I'm gonna go in, as Erica Taylor says, with a color base close to your eyeshadow color or to your skin tone because you don't want to look like a cadaver. And last I checked, I really don't want to look like a cadaver. And I also want my green to pop. To desperation, I give a fuck. I'm on vacation. There we go. So yeah, I'm married. I have a kid. I wear a lot of hats. I am a homeowner. I'm a landlord. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I'm a sister. I'm an aunt. Outside of being a mom, one of my favorite titles is being an aunt. I have two beautiful nieces that are 10 and today turning 8. I don't even know what to think about that one. I'm like, how did she turn? How did she get so old? She's just a big girl, and it just kills me. All right, we have greens with my 90s remix palette. So we're gonna get greens up. And what's really cool about this palette is that these are black light reflective, meaning you can go put this on during the day and then say you're going to go out to a party for St. Patty's Day and they have black lights in their place. This is going to pop. You're going to light up the place, literally. Because everybody's going to be able to see your eyeshadow. Which is really fun, I think. Maybe on one of my lives I will do this and then turn all my lights off and show you. I have a black light flashlight that I can show you guys the way this works. If I had time today I would, but I do not. I barely have time to finish getting ready before my first session. So, we got to work quickly. So I'm just taking my greens and I'm going to, as you can see, taking the lighter green and going in the corner of my eye here, and then I'm connecting them at the top and out, because here's the thing, I'm going to put yellow in the center for the gold. I thought that would be cute. We'll see. Useless. So, there's the green. And then I'm going to go in with this yellow, this bright yellow right here. And just put it right there in the center. Like the gold. I'm going to build upon it because this makeup is buildable. Because I really want the gold to stand out. Because obviously the pot of gold is what everybody looks for, right? At the end of the rainbow. Alright, I'm going to blend in, kind of get rid of the harsh edges and make sure it all kind of looks good together. If I need to add more, I will. But there you go. And now, so that's the 90s Remix palette. I used the Cabin Fever palette as the base. And we cannot go wrong with our 16 candles, which puts in that glitter. So I'm going to light up that gold. Because who doesn't like gold? If you don't like gold, we can't be friends. Just going to be honest with you. So I'm going to put some gold glitter. A little bit of white so it really pops. Right there in the center. We want to make sure that it really pops. Because, hello, look at that. You got to have that gold, and that pot of gold is at the end of that rainbow. Again, if we don't like gold, why are we friends? I think we have a problem. Look how beautiful. Okay, so that's done. What time is it? I have about 12 minutes to get everything else done. Which can be done. Yeah. Thank you. Alright, let's get some powders on this face. Do my eyebrows. I don't do my mascara, my lips, or my highlighter until after I've sprayed everything. So, we're going to go in with the pink setting powder. And we're going to just tap it into here, get it all blended into that brush, and go down the nose because we want to make sure that we have set wherever the concealer is going to be. Mainly where you tend to get a little too shiny. I mean, I honestly, I feel a piece of hair. I do it where I can see it and feel it. Where my concealer is, because obviously your T-zone can be a little much at times as well. Okay, so that's all I do with the loose powder. Then I go back in with a hand powder to finish the rest of my face. So I do the infallible. Where is my brush for that? Oh, no. Oh, wait. Where is that? Oh, there it is. I was like, where did my brush go? Okay. So, oh, no. How did you? Alright, looks like she got a little crack. I'm not sure how. So, just kind of tap it on. And you see how it kind of dulls all that shiny. So, and bring it down where you obviously blended your makeup. And you want to just tap it. You don't have to go wild and out and crazy. You just tap it. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with my powder bronzer. Now, if you want, you can go back in with like a powder blush as well. And that's perfectly fine as well. So just go a little on the top of my head here. Not too crazy. Because you just want a little bit of that bronze. Down the nose and obviously around the cheeks, because that's where you're getting all that powder or all that sun. So nothing too crazy. And like I said, that's my Green Beauty bronzer, Beachside bronzer, Bora Bora. And you can go back in with a powder blush. So I don't have an orange blush. I'm just going to go in with my lighter pink color, as we listen to Taylor Swift talk in French and yell. So just a hint so that you know there's still blush there. Nothing too crazy. Okay. Again, I'm doing this very quickly because I got a session in like 10 minutes. So, you girls gotta get finished. Okay, so far, so good. Eyebrows are next. Let's check those beauties. Make sure they're where they need to be. And then we're gonna go in with our Maybelline Super Fluff. I absolutely love this stuff because I expected to not be able to see my eyebrows a lot because I have Hashimoto's, so having a color pigment in them is kind of hit or miss, because Hashimoto's, if you don't know, takes the color out of your hair. Oh. Thankfully, it chose to take the color out of my eyebrows and not my actual hair. Am I happy about it? No, but you know, it is what it is. It could be worse. So I will be thankful. And I go in with my NYX eyebrow glue. That way they kind of stay where they need to and they don't look like they're falling over. And now I have eyebrows. And again, they're not twins, they're sisters. Let's get that straight. So here you go. Now I'm going to blend in all the powders with the creams. And we're going to go in and spray the finishing spray, and then we'll get everything else together in a matter of 5 minutes. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to put all of my brushes away. Outside of my highlighter brushes, obviously, because I kind of need those. So just need my highlighter brushes to put a little bit of highlighter onto the tops of my brows. Okay, put the rest of these brushes up. I don't like to squish that one, so. And then we'll go with my mascara. Today I think I'm going to have my coconut one. And then I'll get my highlighter ready. Because girl's gotta have some highlighter there. Okay, I like that L'Oreal Infallible Pressed Powder. However, it breaks easy, so that kind of sucks. However, I digress. Alright, if you need a really good fixing spray, here's your girl. But it's like hairspray for your face, so close your eyes, close your mouth, and don't talk. Alright, while that's fully dry, I'm going to do my eyelashes real quick. So we're going to curl them. I have to curl them like 3 separate times because my eyelashes are so freaking long, and I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people would love to have long eyelashes. I'm going to tell you, I absolutely love this coconut conditioning mascara. I don't know if anybody has seen it. It's at 5 and Below. But this stuff, man. They have a lengthening and volumizing one. It comes in a pack of 3. But I'm going to be honest with you, this one right here, she does all the things. She lengthens, she volumizes. Anybody else make a funny face? Or you're trying to do your lower lashes? Oh, if that happens and you get, like I did just there, don't panic and don't smudge it. Let it dry. Give it a minute or 2 to dry, and then you can go in with a spoolie and wipe it right off. It's not the end of the world. Alright, I'm going to go in with my highlighter. Not that I need it because I'm all shiny, but we'll do just a little. There we go. Just fan a little bit on there. Look how pretty. Okay, onto the nose. Now I look like Rudolph. That's okay. Ah, that hair. I can feel it. Where it's at, I'm not sure. Like, I literally can feel it, and it's driving me batty. So we're going to take this. And I'm gonna brush it off, and hopefully it comes off. It's so annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little brush and just put a little right there on the brow bone. There we go. So this is the Hollywood highlighter from Rain Beauty. It's fantastic. All right. So again, don't panic. If you get stuff on your face, take a spoolie once it's dry. And it will come off. Just like that. And if you notice like a little spot, you can always just go in and boom, it's gone. So, there we go. Okay, I gotta hurry up. I gotta go. And I still gotta do my lip. And it is 9 o'clock. So, gotta go. I will take a pic of the end result later for you guys. Happy St. Patty's Day!